Hey everybody, Joe here with 360 Comics, and I'm coming at you now with an absolutely insane dollar bin haul. And as always, if you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, give me a thumbs up for a like, and leave a comment below. I respond to 100% of comments left on my videos. And stick around to the end where I'll be telling you about a claim sale I'm doing, as well as some giveaways. So I know I posted a video about a month ago saying it was my best dollar bin haul ever, and at the time it really was, but this one has since outdone it, and we'll be counting up the value of the books along the way, and we're going to start with the lowest value going all the way up to the highest, but these are only the books that were $10 or more. There's so many more books that I got in the $5 to $10 range that aren't featured in this video, but I didn't want the video to be too long, so I picked out the 20 most expensive books. Speaking of that last dollar bin haul video, this haul is actually from the same exact store. I was only able to go through about half of their boxes the first time around, so this is my second time through there. And they have a deal that is fill a short box for $40. So I didn't pay $1 on each of these books. I paid somewhere between like 30 and 50 cents, depending on how many I fit in the short box. And look out for great deals like that. I'll put the other video link in the description below. Like I said, we'll start off at the low-value $10 books right now and work all the way up to that $100 book that I found, so make sure you stick around. First up is The Eternals, number 7. It's the first appearance and first cameo appearance of multiple different Celestials, some of which will be featured in the Eternals movie coming out this November. This is actually a pretty expensive book. I saw them going between $30 and $70 depending on condition. The reason why it's in the $10 section is if you look down at the bottom corner, the barcode was clipped off. I don't know if it was like a giveaway or something, but that definitely takes this down to a pretty low grade, and yeah, I put it probably around $10, maybe even $15. Next up, we've got Green Lantern number 43, part of the prologue to the Blackest Night run, which is really popular run by Jeff Johns. You should definitely check it out from the early 2000s. We've got the first appearance of the Black Hand as the Black Lantern in this book, and besides that, we've got an incredible cover with the Black Hand leaning on Bruce Wayne's gravestone and his hand down at the bottom there kind of glowing, as well as these veins coming up his arm. I love this cover. Even if it weren't a key issue, I probably would have picked this up just for the cover alone. Another more expensive book that's only in the $10 section due to low grade, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 11, part of that original Turtles run from the mid-80s. Pretty good shape overall, except for this giant crease across the front. This one's probably going to stay in my personal collection, as I am trying to pick up some Turtles stuff from the 80s. If you did check out my last dollar bin video, you probably remember seeing this. I think last time I found 2 or 3 copies, and I found another one. This is Star Wars number 1 from the more recent run in the 2010s. It's got this really cool cover, all white, and it's got the outline, the kind of silhouette of Darth Vader with these ships coming out of hyperspace in it. And of course, the crew, the main characters right in the front. If you didn't get enough Harrison Ford from that last book, here's your chance now. We've got Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, number 1. This book goes for about $10. It's part of a 4-issue miniseries, and I also pulled number 2 out of there. I do not have 3 and 4, so I'll be on the lookout for those. Hopefully I can pick them up and complete the little run. Next up, we've got a book that I've been specking on recently, Age of Ultron number 10, the first appearance of Angela in the Marvel Universe. Her first appearance is in Spawn number 9, but due to a lawsuit, Marvel actually gained the rights to her and rewrote her as a half-sister of Thor. There's some speculation that she might be appearing in Thor Love and Thunder, so I've been picking these up on the cheap. In fact, I got this one and another copy, both from that same store, and I found another one the same week in a dollar bin at another store, and another one for $3 somewhere else. So now I have 4 copies of this book, all in really nice shape, and we'll see if Angela comes to the MCU. I've got my fingers crossed on it. Now, you've probably heard me say before that I'm not much of a Superman guy, and that is true, but I thought this was a really funny cover with the Supermobile punching someone in the face. And I ended up looking up the book, and lo and behold, it's actually the first appearance of the Supermobile. So I picked it up. It's not in great shape, which is why it's down at the $10 value, even though this book is from the mid-70s. And here we got X Factor number 10 with this awesome Marvel 25th anniversary cover. Now, this is not the actual 25th anniversary of Marvel. It's the 25th anniversary of the release of Fantastic Four number 1, which really is the book that saved Marvel in the early 60s. And for the 25th anniversary, all of their major titles that were, coming out at the time had a cover that looked like this, with multiple Marvel characters all the way around the outside and a headshot of one of the main characters from the book. Closing out our $10 books before we move on to the higher value ones, we've got Red Robin number 1 from 2009. This book has Tim Drake changing his alias to Red Robin, I think, if I remember correctly, because Stephanie Brown has taken over the role of Robin at the time. And turns out I actually had number 2 through 30 of this book already, and I didn't have a number 1, so I knew I needed to get it. I've been looking for it for a while, but didn't want to spend a premium, and this was a great way to pick it up on the cheap. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Anytime you can pick up Bronze Age Amazing Spider-Man from a dollar bin, do it. Especially if it both A, is in fantastic condition like this book is, and B, has such a cool cover with Mysterio in the center and a little action shot, a 4-panel action shot of Spider-Man trying to land on the ground, but actually going through it due to Mysterio's tricks. This book goes for about $15 raw, but I actually think that it might be high enough grade that I want to send it out to CGC and get it graded. I'm hoping kind of for a 9.0 or higher if that's the case, but I'll have to look it over again before I make that decision. Another $15 Spider-Man book we've got here. This is Spider-Man The Short Halloween, which I had actually never heard of before. I don't remember this coming out. It's like 10 or 15 years old, and I noticed at the bottom it says it was written by Seth Meyers and Bill Hader from SNL. I thought that was pretty interesting, and given that I love Batman Long Halloween, I figured I would buy this. I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to, and I'm going to keep it in my personal collection. You've probably seen those negative space covers that have been really popular recently, and this is one of the earliest ones, at least that I can think of, from 1981 Spider-Woman number 39. I actually spent $6 on this book a couple months ago to pick it up, so finding a second copy in a dollar bin definitely made me happy, and this one's actually in nicer condition than the one that I bought for $6. Up next, we got a little bit of MCU spec right here. Doctor Strange number 80 from that second run of Doctor Strange's solo title. And this is the first cameo appearance of Rintrah, who, if you don't know, is a giant green furry minotaur. He's been rumored to be making an appearance in Multiverse of Madness. I don't know if that's confirmed. It probably isn't. We've got a while until that movie comes out. But I think I'm going to hold on to this book. It's gone up a little bit, being in the $15 range. But, I'll probably hold on to it because if the character is in the movie, it will probably go up even more. Next up, we got Wonder Woman 255. This is the first appearance of a minor villain named the Bushmaster. I know nothing about him, but I thought it was a cool cover. I looked up the book, and it turns out it's a key. Next up, we got Earth 2 number 26 with this awesome Superman vs. Superman cover. This is a book that's not a key issue by anything other than the cover, and Val Zod is a character that is heating up a lot right now due to some kind of production that I think Michael B. Jordan is working on featuring the character. Capping off our $15 books before we move even higher in value is Weird War Tales number 101. This is the first appearance of G.I. Robot, who's nice and prominently displayed on the cover. This guy is a army member who just happens to be a robot. I know nothing else other than that, but definitely a cool cover here from the late 70s. You guys probably already know that I love the X-Men, and this was a great find. We've got X-Men number 53 from that 90s run. This is the first appearance of Onslaught. I've heard a lot of people say that they found this in a dollar bin before, and I never have. This was my first time finding it, and I'm stoked to have it. Bumping it up a little bit now to $25, we've got Justice League of America, number 190, with this incredible Starro cover. And I love that all the members of the Justice League are featured in the foreground with one of those starfish attached to their face, meaning that they're being mind-controlled by none other than Starro, who has seen a huge surge of popularity due to that recent Suicide Squad movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I love this cover, and guess what? There wasn't just one of these. There were 9 copies in varying condition, probably ranging from like a $10 book all the way up to this really nice copy that's probably around $25, and I'll probably keep this one in my personal collection and sell the rest. You can often find this next book alongside Green Lantern 43, which we saw earlier. This is Green Lantern 39 from the same year, and this is the first appearance of Larfleeze, the solo Orange Lantern. And I think it's cool that there is just one Orange Lantern because their whole thing is greed, and with that background that says mine, mine, mine over and over again, and Larfleeze clinging onto the lantern. I love this cover. It goes for about $25. It seems like it was going for more than that, I thought, recently, but maybe it's cooled down a little bit. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, the reveal of the $100 book that I found in a dollar bin, Adam, Legend of the Blue Marvel, number 4, part of a 5-book miniseries, and all 5 books are very expensive. Number 1, which is Adam's first appearance, is the most expensive, reaching crazy numbers of over $1,000. I actually saw a raw sell for over $1,000, not even graded. But 2, 3, 4, and 5 also are worth a good chunk of change, so always look out for this book. If you can get it for the right price, it is totally worth it, and it flies under a lot of people's radar just because they don't know about the character. What I assume was there was a very low print run of this character, and since then there has been a renewed interest as well as some speculation that has driven the price of this book through the roof. Thank you guys for hanging around, and if you've been counting along the way, you'll know that the total value of all the books shown in this video has reached $375. Keep in mind that I only paid $40 for the box, and there's another couple dozen books that are more filler issues in the $1 to $5 value area that I did not have time to show in this video. So this was definitely one of my best purchases ever, and I'm super happy about it. I am doing a claim sale with some of these books on September 10th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to come join, please do so. I'll also be doing some giveaways, putting some free books in the packages for people that purchased a book during the claim sale. So if you want to buy something, awesome. I got fair prices. And if you want to try to win something else, you might do that as well. I'll see you there. That is September 10th, Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.